Good morning, students. How are you all? Now we have not started our English, but I hope all other subjects have started, and you are doing daily lessons or assignments, whatever are given by the teachers. So today, now we study English. So the first lesson is 3 questions. So this is the story of a king who wanted not to get failure in his life. So he thinks that if he knows the answer for 3 questions, he will never fail. And in order to find the answer for the 3 questions, he had consulted many people. First, he had gone through all the people in his kingdom. Then he called the doctors, the lawyers, and everybody. And each of them had given different suggestions. But he was not satisfied with the answers given by the people whom he had met to get the answer for the 3 questions. So now we will see what were the 3 questions what the king wanted to know in order to have no failure in his life. Now I will take the textbook. 3 questions. The thought came to a certain king that he will never fail if he knew 3 things. These 3 things were: what is the right time to begin something? So what is the first question? What is the right time to begin something? What is the right time to begin something? So in our life also, if we wanted to start something, we have to find a particular day, time and everything, isn't it? Similarly, the king also wanted to know what is the perfect time to begin or to start anything in his life. Now the second question: which people should he listen to? Which people should he listen to? Which people should he listen to? That means many people will say many opinions, many suggestions and everything. From many people, many suggestions, many orders, many opinions. Which one we have to take into our advice in order to get it the correct or the perfect answer? Now the third question. So there are people whose advice or suggestion or opinion we have to listen to. And the third question: what is the most important what is the most important thing for him to do? So we have to do many things, and among the many things, which is the most important. So the king thinks that if he is able to get the answer for these 3 questions, he will never fail in his life. Now we will see how the king gets the answer. The king therefore sent messengers throughout his kingdom, promising a large sum of money to anyone who would answer these questions. So now he wanted the perfect answer for the 3 questions. For that he had sent the messengers to all parts of the world to know who can answer these 3 questions. Many wise men came to the king, but they all answered his questions differently. So people one after the other who are clever enough and come over to the kingdom, but the king did not get the satisfying answer. In reply to the first question is: what is the right time to begin something? What is the right time to begin something? Some people said, so the answers what he had got. These are the answers. The king must prepare a timetable and then follow it strictly. So, what is the right time to begin something means? Some had advised to him that the king should have a right proper timetable. And if the timetable is written, he can do it accordingly. So, we also will do like that way. Once the timetable is given, during the exam time, you were asked to prepare a timetable of your own. For what? To give the correct time. That means if you start from 9:30 to 10:30, so the particular time, within that time, you will study one subject. And the next time, you will study another subject. So, here also, the people are saying the king has to make a timetable according to him. And then follow it. Only in this way they say, could he do everything at the proper time. So, they are saying, so when a timetable is there, fixed time is there, so that the king can do his work properly at the present time. Others say, again another opinion, that it is impossible to decide in advance the right time for doing something. That means there is no perfect time to do anything. Because people cannot say, I will do certain things in such a time. That way, nobody can do it. So, there is no right time to do something. The king should notice all that was going on, avoid foolish pressures, and always do whatever seems necessary at that time. So, some suggested, when the king wanted to do something in a particular time, he has to do it when he thinks that it has to be done. Yet others said, again the opinion came, that the king needed a council of wise men who would help him act at the proper time. Again, some people suggested that the king should have a council, that means a board, a committee of wise people, and listen to them accordingly, so that he can do each thing at the correct time. This was because one man would find it impossible to decide correctly. That means a council of people will have different suggestions, and so when different suggestions are there or different opinions are there, it can be concluded and taken into granted as one suggestion which is proper enough, and that can be given to the king. So, people are saying that one person cannot consider the time correctly according to him, without help of others, the right time for every action. So, these are the answers given by the people. Then the king had asked about the first question, what is the right time? But then others said that there are some things which would be urgent. These things should not wait for the decision of the council. So many things in our life, there are certain things which we cannot avoid, that may be urgent. Suppose if you want to go to the hospital at the correct time, and if you are not able to go, what will be the consequence? The person will, he will be meeting his death, isn't it? So in such a case, can we wait for the suggestion of the councillors or the members? No, we cannot do. So in that circumstances, we himself have to find that it is the right time to take it, isn't it? So they are saying that in every method, in every way, we cannot depend on the council. In order to decide the right time for doing something, it is necessary to look into the future. Then again people are saying that he has to look into the future. That means tomorrow what is going to happen, that also. And only magicians can do that. So common people cannot say what is going to happen tomorrow or what is going to happen in our future. For that only magicians can say. The king therefore don't have to go to magician. So in order to get the first answer, where the king has to go? King has to go to the magician. In their answers to the second question. Now what is the second question? Second question is, which people should he listen to? So for the first one, the answer was finally concluded, saying that the king has to go and meet who? The magician. Now the second question, which people should we listen to? Whom we had to listen? In their answer to the second question, some said, the people most necessary to the king were his counselors. So very important people to the king. The people next to the king are his counselors. That means the people who are sitting along with the king. The others said the priest. Some have the other opinion. The priest is the most important person. A few others chose the doctors. Again they said not the priest, doctors. And yet others said that the soldiers were the most necessary. Like that, four opinions came: counselors, doctors, priests, and the soldiers. To the third question. So now, what is the third question? What is the most important thing for him to do? What he has to do? The king has to do something, and what is the best thing for him to do it? To the third question, some said science. So what is the answer suggested by the people? First they said it is science. Others chose fighting, and yet others religious worship. As the answer to the questions were so different. So did the king get the proper answer for all these three questions? No, he did not get the answers for the three questions. So what did the king do? And the king gave no reward. Instead, he decided to seek the advice of a certain hermit who was widely known for his wisdom. So finally, the king decided to go to a hermit. Who is a hermit? Hermit is a sannyasi or a saint who used to sit and preach. That means the next person or the follower of the God's principle, isn't it? So the king thought all these common people, they are not able to say the proper answer. All are saying different answers. And the king did not give the correct answer to these three questions. So finally, he had heard about a hermit a long distance far away, and then he thought he will go and meet him. At least the hermit will be able to send him the answer. Now we will see where is the hermit. The hermit lived in a wood which he never left. That means he was, wood means forest. So he was living inside the forest. Throughout his life he was living there. He saw no one but simple people, and so the king put on honorary clothes. So very big people or the royal people and all were not. He was not he was not willing to see the king or the other such people of the high class. So only ordinary people who are living very simple life used to go and meet their hermit. So what did the king do? If he go in his kingly dress, who will not meet him? The hermit will not meet him. So he had a dress, he had changed his kingly dress into ordinary clothes and set out to see the hermit. Before he reached the hermit hut, the king left his horse with his bodyguard and went on alone. So before reaching the place where the hermit was living, he had left his horse. And he made the bodyguard to look after the horse, and he came walking towards the hut of the hermit. So why did the king came walking towards the hut of the hermit? Because so that the hermit will not understand who the person was. Actually it was the king, isn't it? So he had dressed in the ordinary clothes and also had left the horse to the side also. Thinking that who will not understand? Hermit will not understand that the king himself is coming to see him. As the king came near the hermit's house, so that now the king had approached the hut of the hermit. He saw the hermit digging the ground in front of the hut. So he was digging. Digging means making hole on the ground. He greeted the king and continued digging. So no change, nothing was there. He was doing his work and greeted the person who had come over there. This means welcome him. The hermit was old and weak, and as he worked, he breathed heavily. Breathed heavily means it was difficult for him to breathe because of his old age. The king went up to the hermit and said, so the king, why did the king come to the hermit? Because he wanted to give these three questions to the hermit and get the answers for that, isn't it? So when he came, the hermit was doing his work, and seeing the king, he welcomed him, but still the hermit was continuing his work on. So what did the king do? He went near to him and said, I have come to you, wise hermit, to ask you to answer three questions. So king said that I had come to see you because I am having 3 questions. How can I learn to do the right thing at the right time? The first question. Who are the people I need most and what affairs are the most important? So these 3 questions. What is the right time and which people should I listen and what is the important thing I have to do? So the king had asked the 3 questions to the hermit and said, I had come over here just to get the answer for these 3 questions. The hermit listened to the king. What did the hermit do? He was listening to the question of the king, but did not speak, but he did not say any answer. He went on digging. That means he was doing his work. You are tired, said the king. So seeing that, having no response from the side of the hermit, what did the king do? King started saying that you looked very tired, still you are doing the work. Let me take the spade and work in your place. That means I will help you to do the work. Thanks, said the hermit. So did the hermit allow him to do the work? No. He said, okay, thanks for that. Giving the king his spade, then he sat down on the ground. Then he gave the spade to the king and he sat on the ground. When the king had done 2 beds, he stopped and retreated. So the king started doing the work and he was not continuing to do the work because he had come over there not to do any work. He came over there to ask the answer for the questions. So again he started asking the question. The hermit gave no answer. This time also the hermit did not say anything, but stood up, stretched out his hand for the spade and said, now you rest and let me work. So what is the thing? What did the hermit do? He asked the king to give the spade back and said, okay, you sit for some time, I will continue my work. So did the hermit continue to say the answer? No, the hermit did not answer the questions. But the king did not give him the spade and continued to dig. But the king started continuing the work. 1 hour passed, then another. That means time was going on. The sun went down behind the trees. When did the sun come down? It was nearly for sun setting. And at last the king struck the spade into the ground and said, so he got angry. The whole day he had done the work and then also the hermit did not answer to his questions. So what did the king do? He put the spade on the ground and said, I came to you, wise man, for an answer to my questions. If you can give me no answer, tell me so I will return home. So what did the king do? Say, that means I had come to you for getting the answer for my 3 questions, but you had not given me any answer. So at least you say if you can or cannot. Then I can return to my place back. Here comes something running, said the hermit. So while they were talking, they could see somebody was running and coming over to them. So now I had come to the end of the first section. And now when the section is going to over, the king did not get the answer. Understood? You should read it. I will send the answers of this section.